Good evening and welcome back to day 5 of the Online Darts Live League and the final matches in Group C. Darren Beveridge, who currently is on 6 points with Richie Burnett, but in second spot because of leg difference. He faces 18-year-old Nathan Girvin. Nathan's only win last night came against this man in the final game. Nathan is quoted at 5-4, Darren Beveridge 4-7. But the table, as it stands before this match, Richie Burnett top. Played 4-1-3 plus 8. Darren Beveridge played 4-1-3 plus 3, and then Cameron Menzies on 4 points, and Nathan and Alan Norris both on 2 points. We already have now 3 of our final 5 players decided. Kevin Burnett, and coming through today in Group B, Greg Richie and Conan Whitehead. Top 2 from this group, which we will know around about 12:30, will make up the 5-man field for tomorrow night's final at 9:30. Don't forget, myself and Phil Bars on the Online Darts YouTube channel. We'll go live around about 6 o'clock for about an hour of general darts chat, bit of a review, preview for the final, bit of World Seniors chat,
42,
and of course a little bit of Premier League chat. Tremendous night of darts last night. Richie Burnett finishing top
60.
and had an average for the night of 94.65 and a high average of 101.90. Double 10 for a break of throw and a 15 dart leg. And in it goes. What a start. Well, he's looking for revenge rather than repeat of last night's match against young Nathan. And it's Darren Beveridge that takes a lead of 1-0, and that's the throw in leg 2. Not quite the start we had last night. Richie Burnett, of course, in the opening leg of last night's action, went out in 10 darts. 180, 140, 145. Double 18 in 1. Yeah, it's 7 180s last night, Richie. Checkout percentage, very impressive as well, 42.86. The next high average of the night was from this man, Darren Beveridge, 101.55. We also had a 170 from Alan Norris.
140.
Discussed last night. Usually takes a player 1 or 2 days just to get used to the
140.
surroundings and the playing environment. But Nathan, probably be the first to admit, didn't play anywhere near his best darts last night. But thrown in the deep end in a very talented and tough group. And that is evidence of that. A 15 dart break of throw in leg 1 with a 1-2-8 finish is backed up with a 12 dart leg in leg 2. Nathan in trouble early on.
41.
A must-win leg for Nathan. Has to hold throw here.
100.
Absolutely outstanding start from Darren Beveridge. 15 and 12.
60.
Not Mr. Dart at a double yet. Did feel that 4 to 7 represented some value.
140.
This is great stuff. Great response from young Nathan. Two-time
100.
World Youth runner-up. Can't continue this finishing. Surely. Oh, needed the triple 18.
56 left.
Nathan Girvin's heart would have been in his mouth. He's going to have to go right, I would have thought. Yeah, that was always the danger. Tops for 3-0.
Even 2.
And that vein of finishing continues. 100% on his doubles. 15, 12 and 17. Now 3-0 up and has the throw in leg 4. Win here will take
100.
Darren Beveridge top of the table on 8 points. And a 4-0 win, of course.
60.
Will do his leg difference no harm at all. 4-0 will put him on 8 points and plus 7.
100.
Of course, Richie Burnett still to play his first game, and that will follow this one against Menzies. It didn't disappoint last night. Well, if you're
180.
a Burnett fan, at his highest average of the night against Cameron, 101.90.
41.
Nathan here averaging over 90 and getting absolutely blitzed.
170.
It's just too good. Wanted the 25, of course, to leave double 18. Return at 3 double 4 for the perfect start to the night. Ended with an average of about 103. Oh, tops for the 160 for Nathan. Great effort. No reward.
No score.
Up until that point, he had not missed a double in the first 3 legs. Checkouts of 1, 2, 8, 96 and 56. Get over the line. This is the big number. When he attack, will go 1 up, 1 in. Oh, he attacked it high in the double. Finishes off with a 22 dart leg, which, well, it ruins the average, but Overall, the first 3 legs of that match were outstanding for Darren Beveridge, and he goes top of the table. For how long? Richie Burnett versus Cameron Menzies up next. evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, Day 5, match number 2 of Group C, and it's Cameron Menzies, 31 from Muirkirk. Reliably informed is in Ayrshire, and he's up against Richie Burnett, former world champion in '95, of course, from Yorkie. Cammy Menzies will have fond memories of their meeting last night. He got beat 4-0 with an inspired Burnett who averaged 101.90, 3 180s, and 4 out of 5 on his doubles. In the last match, it was revenge rather than repeat, as Darren Beveridge ran out a 4-0 winner.
140.
Top 2 from this group
82.
will join Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie and Conan Whitehead in tomorrow's final, which is at 9:30. Great to have your company.
100.
As the table stands currently after that 4-0 win from Darren Beveridge, he's on 8 points plus 7 leg difference. Richie Burnett on 6 points plus 8 leg difference, and Cameron Menzies 4 points and level on leg difference. 18 now for tops. 1-2-8 out from Darren Beveridge in leg 1 of the opener. It's not going to repeat that. Double 13 though. Will he get a go? Richie eventually finds the double top. The first 2 darts were such great guides for that 3rd dart, and that's 5 on the spin now against Cammy Menzies. Can he stop the rot? I think it's 26 years ago that Richie won the World Championships. The year before, won the World Masters. He was a prolific winner during that period of 94, 95, 96. Also made the World Match Play final in 2001. It's 7 180s last night, did Richie Burnett. Should be going 16 ball with Cammy on 144. And slots it in the ball for a 12 dart leg, and already averaging over 100 now after 2 legs, an 18 darter in leg 1, a 12 dart break of throw in leg 2. That makes it 6 on the spin against Cammy Menzies. Snatchy, that last start. During that period I mentioned from Richie, he was British match play winner in '94, World Masters winner in '94, and the Denmark Open, the Dutch Open.
140.
He won and defended the Welsh Open in '94 and '95.
58.
From that list, there's a few events missing on that list. One for sure is the ranking voxel events that we used to have on the weekends.
99.
And then we won one of those because he beat me in the final. Took 160 out. And I was waiting on tops in the last leg.
180.
That's his second of the match to leave double 10. And he's continuing where he left off. And that double 10 is for a 13 dart hold of throw this time. 18, 12 and 13, 3-0 up. And Cammy Menzies has it all to do from here. A maximum of 4 legs remain and he has to win them all. Richie Burnett averaging 105.
134.
Did average, of course, in excess of 109 in a previous league he took part in a few weeks ago. In fact, he was 109.31 and only 36.75% on his doubles.
96.
He's doing this now at 54 years of age, and people question how good he was back in the day,
100.
having been in around Richie all those years ago.
180.
That's a great 180 from Cammy and needed.
$140. 83.
Unfortunately, Richie on a bogey 165. None of this 719s nonsense from Burnett. Old school.
125.
Tops after 12. And a great dart under pressure. A 14 darter from Camera Menzies. A hold to throw despite that great setup shot, the 140, and then the 125 to leave tops. Cammy finds double 2, but Richie has the throw here in leg 5. Cammy will need to produce a leg of that quality on the Burnett throw. He's averaging 95 himself at the moment. Menzies 108.83 for Burnett. And at his absolute prime on the modern boards. I mean, what kind of averages could he have hit?
59.
Obviously, during that period, the
59.
two main tournaments that were available to the BDO players was just the Wimbledon World Masters and the World Championships. And he won them both. Like I said, we've been
59.
played on the tour with Richie and travelled around Europe and North and South America. I was
180.
watching just how good he was. Absolutely brilliant. hit with a 180 and hits one straight back. 5 in this match already. We're only in the 5th leg.
100.
So 63 to finish off. An absolute blinder. Started with a 96.7 average last night. It ended up around about 107 had that gone in. Tops for Cameron Menzies. Oh,
Okay.
that would have been the break of throw. Burnett, get over the line. Ooh, he does in the end with
Sorry, mate.
an 18 darter, but still an absolutely fabulous performance. 18, 12, 13 and 18. Cammy chipped in with 2 180s and a 14 dart hold, but Richie Burnett goes back to the top of the table. Okay, up next, Darren Beveridge against Alan Norris. 10 in Group C. And this one is Darren Beveridge up against Norris, who's now living in Tamworth. Darren Beveridge, 28, from Edinburgh. Started the night off against Nathan Girvin, like a man on a mission. 128 checkout for 15, then a 96 checkout for a 12 dart hold, and then a 17 dart 56 checkout in 2 for a breaker throw, and then spoil what was a huge average with a 22 dart holder throw in leg 4. Still ended up with a 91.09. Apart from that one leg, it was a very good performance. And then guess what? In steps Burnett. 3 180s, winning legs of 18, 12, 13 and 18 for an average of 101.30. Cammy chipped in with a 14 dart hold and 2 180s and ended with an average of 94.63. So Burnett briefly knocked off the top step. Back on it now, 8 points plus 11 legs. Darren Beveridge, 8 plus 7. Cameron Menzies, 4 points minus 3. And Nathan Girvin, 2 points minus 10.
60.
Of course, this is Alan Norris's first match of the night. Darren Beveridge produced his best performance of the night against Norris
140.
last night, winning 4-2 with 101.55.
125.
Alan Norris had his moments last night, that's for sure, including winning the match against Nathan with a 170. Can Alan break throw in the opening leg? Needs tops.
97.
Oof. Very, very close. Great effort. As I said last night, if there is one flaw with Darren, he can go missing on his doubles, but not this time. Finds double 8 with his third dart for a 18 dart hold of throw, and it will be Alan Norris to throw first in leg 2. So 1 dart for Alan for a 15 dart break of throw in leg 1. Norris had a
140.
high average last night of 91, and that was in that game against Nathan where he took out the 170.
100.
Already waiting in Saturday night's final is Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie and Conan Whitehead. The top 2 from this group will make up the 5-man field for week 5 final, and then Paul Nicholson will be back in the hot seat Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. before he jets off to Germany for the PDC Super Series 4 Pro Tour events.
58.
We'll be back on Thursday morning. And don't forget, of course, the following Monday, Premier League returns.
3.
Absolute festival of darts for all you darts fans out there. And that's a 12 darter and a breaker throw for Darren Beveridge. On form tonight, the young man. Norris, of course, lived in Scotland for a few years, as well as Spain, Sweden,
91.
Back home in Blighty, as I've said, in Tamworth. Originally from my neck of the woods down in Somerset, Yeovil to be exact.
60.
Literally about 25 minutes from where I live now.
60.
Still has the desire to
95.
play the game at the highest level. Former BDO World Championship finalist, of course. Hit a 9-darter in the PDC in 2016 in a win over Michael Smith. Lovely moment in that. He didn't realise there was any prize money on it. When he received the news he was on 35 grand, well, his face was a picture anyway from hitting the 9, but
54.
certainly made it all feel a little sweeter.
58.
Given 3.
And that's another 18-darter either side of that 12-dart breaker throw. Leads 3-0, yet to drop a leg tonight. And Norris in big trouble in leg 4. Alan's career sadly had to take a back foot due to personal reasons.
It's big 5.
And had a chat with him. Really enjoyed the opportunity to be involved here.
180.
Just what he needed. Such a great opportunity for those players that
140.
haven't had any real darts as such to play in for well over a year now.
121.
Of course, the pro players have returned for several of the
42.
Super Series events, and of course the very elite have still had the TV tournaments to compete in. Those outside of the 128 players that would normally play Challenge Tour and England Dart events and WDF events, or just even local opens, absolutely nothing to play in.
32.
Treble 19, we'll leave 2 12s.
80.
So Alan Norris, 52.
100.
So the top of the table about to change hands yet again.
Thirty.
Twelve.
Just really deserve to get something out of this game.
Given 1.
And gets absolutely nothing. Darren Beveridge, what a statement tonight. Game 1, 4-0. Game 3, 4-0 against Alan Norris. We're going to be back in a couple of moments with Cameron Menzies against Nathan Girvin. rattling through the matches tonight. Welcome back. This is number 4 of 10. It's Cameron Menzies against Nathan Girvin. Of course, still a mathematical chance that Cammy can make the top 2. Looking unlikely at the moment with the form of Richie Burnett and Darren Beveridge. Our 3 opening matches. 91.09 for Darren Beveridge, who's of course averaging well in excess of a ton until that 22 dart leg. Then we just had 101.3 from Burnett, and then Darren Beveridge backed all of that up with a 94 average in a 4-0 win over Norris.
1-2-1.
Quick update on the table. Remember, it's the top 2 that go into the final tomorrow night at 9:30. Already there, Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie and Conan Whitehead. At the moment, Darren Beveridge on 10 points, plus 11 on the leg difference. Richie Burnett played 1 less game, but he's on 8 points plus 11. Cameron Menzies on 4 points. Nathan on 2 points, and Norris on 2 points.
95. Checking 3.
15 darter from Cameron Menzies to open the match. It's Nathan to throw first in leg number 2. Nathan didn't play badly against Burnett despite being beaten 4-1. Hit 2 180s, had a 14 darter and an average of 94.63.
140.
So far over the week we've had
96.
101.90 for Richie, 101.55 for Beveridge, 104.4 from Burnett, 100.20 from Parletti, 109.31 a couple of weeks ago from Burnett, which is the highest of the averages in the first 5 weeks. We've had another 100 plus net, 100 plus average from Burnett tonight, 101.3 of course. 9 darters, 170 finishes, 2 10 darters this week.
83.
Checking 2.
And another very tidy leg from Cameron Menzies. This time a 14 darter, and it's a breaker throw. He will have the darts in leg 3. Nathan Girvin in a little bit of trouble early on.
Forward.
180.
Interesting to follow the progress of Nathan Girvin over the next couple of seasons. Seen glimpses
93.
of his obvious talent, of course. far more experienced players.
87.
He's back in for next week. Interesting to see the difference. 57, I think, Cameron.
96.
47. That's why I'm not a referee. 32 after 12. Averaging in excess of 108.
25.
Can he hit this in one dart?
Second one.
Certainly can. And that's a 13 darter. Started with a 15, then a 14, then a 13. So it's going to be a 12 dart leg in leg 4, isn't it? $107.36. You're playing well when you hit 32 in one dart and your average comes down.
$93.
Cameron Menzies, of course, looking to
95.
basically kickstart the second part of his career.
180.
Managed by Tommy Gilmore, who has a
74.
vast stable of players. Sure, for those of you that know your boxing, you'll be fully aware of Tommy.
96.
Treble 19 would have left the ball.
64.
May have gone for it just for the average. It would have gone in. Finished with an average of around 110. Can he finish it off nice and clean?
36.
Tops. There's one of them. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Second one.
And finishes off, unfortunately, not with a 12, but with a 16, winning legs there of 15, 14, 13 and 16. And that's our second ton plus average of the night. Okay, we're going to be back in a couple of minutes with Alan Norris against Richie Burnett. evening and welcome back. Well, this one takes us to the halfway point, and it's Richie Burnett using 23 gram Red Dragon signature darts. Seems to have played with them since day dot. Up against Alan Norris, 49 from Tamworth. Uses a 1 gram target signature dart. Oh, what a night we've had so far. Averages so far for the night. Game 1, Darren Beveridge, 91.09. Game 2, Richie Burnett, 101.3. Game 4, 94 average, Darren Beveridge.
140.
Sorry, that was game 3. Game 4, Cameron Menzies, 103.66. Nathan Girvin averaged 90
26.
in that one. And Cammy's defeat to Burnett, he averaged nearly 95. Richie started his match off
59.
a little earlier with something similar to that. Was it 24? And then went on to have an average of 101.3.
60.
Oh, yes. 111.
The table is now as follows. Darren Beveridge top on 10 points plus 11. Richie Burnett 8 points plus 11. Cameron Menzies 6 points plus 1.
7.
Nathan and Alan both on 2 points. Mathematically, Cammy still has a chance, but either one of
60.
Darren Beveridge or Richie Burnett would have to have a monumental collapse.
96.
It's not happening for Richie in this leg.
A lovely bar. 74.
Norris looking good for a holder throw. And his first leg of the night. He was beaten 4-0, of course, by Darren Beveridge. So you won't want to be giving Richie Burnett a go at 98.
10.
6 for double 16 or straight at it? Looks like he's going straight for it. This is awkward now. Yeah, always going to be tough.
60.
Norris in the same situation, plumb in the middle, right on the wire, but finds the bottom side of double 2 and wins the opening leg with the darts. It was a long one, he won't mind that, he just wants to get a chalk on the board. Richie Burnett to throw first in leg 2. One more win for Richie, and he's home-and-nosed. I'd like to get it done here because he plays the very dangerous Darren Beveridge in his next match, which is match number 8 of 10 tonight. This is match number 5.
100. Come on.
Cameron Menzies and Darren Beveridge
95.
to follow this one. Could be a cracker, both looking fabulous form tonight. I can do that, Richie. I don't think I could quite do the kick. It put me back out.
30.
Tons are feeling like 180s at the moment for
100.
both of them. When he gets the timing right, of course, all of the absorption of the snatch and the leg is all after the dart has left the hand. He took this out in his opening match. Can't do the repeat. So 95 for Alan, should be going for the ball. That leaves 70. And that leaves double 5.
Okay.
And that leaves Richie Burnett 2-0 behind. Well, I did say the only way he doesn't qualify is him or Darren has a complete collapse. Well, he's 2-0 down to Alan Norris here. And that was a break of throw.
'96. '84.
You just got to resist allowing it to annoy him. better with that first dart. Lost the line completely and only 55. More frustration for Burnett.
140.
He had one real poor game last night. His averages last night were
He's going right now.
97.6 in game 1, 89.62 in his second match,
135.
93.2 in his third, and 101.90 in his fourth.
55.
This can happen. I've seen it time and time again.
30.
Just a really bad game crops up from absolutely nowhere. And that's what's happened with Richie.
10.
Alan will just be thinking,
30.
happy days. Please carry it on, Richie. And again, can't find the lipstick. Across the top of the 60 wire. Double one for Alan.
8.
One of the players that likes to go 3 double one. And he nearly pinched one of these earlier, didn't he? In leg number 1.
God, absolutely rubbish. 16 left.
Alan's meant to win this one. He hits this double one, that's for sure.
Okay.
And in it goes. And this time it's a 22 dart hold of throw. He's 3-0 up. Both of them are shaking their head in disbelief for differing reasons, of course. Richie can't believe he's playing this bad. And Alan Norris can't believe he's averaging 70 odd and 3-0 up. Especially the form Burnett has been in. Of course, this will allow Alan to relax.
3. Ten. $59.
It's going to be a case of one leg at a time for Burnett. That's more like it. Norris would just be hoping to
134.
find one good leg on throw. Still so competitive. Competitive flame in Burnett burns as bright, if not brighter.
49.
80 left, 48-32 maybe. There's the 48.
32 left. $85.
Back to double 16. He is having an absolute mare. double 9. One match start.
18.
4-0. For Norris. God knows what the odds would have been on that. Moves the double wire and eventually finds the double 4 in what was a good leg up until that series of missed doubles for Burnett, but he's got one back. Alan Norris though has the darts in leg number 5.
$140.
It's just that sound, constant click, 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 where he's all over the trebles, and then we'll go in.
$96.
Richie Burnett had a running average of around about 96 going into this match. And I suggest, albeit briefly, the wheels have
171.
fallen off, but that's a super visit from Alan Norris. 171, 919s to leave 94.
58.
And that looks about all she wrote. Tops.
74. One, three, four.
So 2 10s for Alan Norris to pick up his second win in Group C.
Ten.
Well, can Richie keep this one alive? 96 remaining, treble 20, double 18. There's the treble 20. He loves double 18. And again, you can see how close that is. Just weren't meant to win this one, I don't think, Richie.
Okay.
And you certainly weren't. It's a 16 dart. Hold a throw for Alan Norris, and he picks up his second win and goes on to 4 points. Right, we're going to be back pretty much straight away with Darren Beveridge against Cameron Menzies. Good evening and welcome back. This is match number 6 of 10. Probably the biggest match of the night so far. A win here for Cameron Menzies. We'll take him on 8 points with Burnett, but Darren Beveridge, a win here pretty much secures his spot in the final. He's played 2 matches tonight, won them both and convincingly 4-0 in the opening match against Nathan Girvin. And then a 4-0 win over Alan Norris. But our first shock was Richie Burnett going down 4-1 to Alan Norris in our last one. So Richie Burnett remains on 8 points, plus 8. Darren Beveridge on 10 plus 11. But Cameron Menzies on 6 plus 1.
180.
And of course, Richie Burnett does have 2 games to go, but one of them is against Darren Beveridge, who's opened his account in this leg with a max.
Oh, 43.
So Alan Norris versus Nathan Girvin to follow this one. Then Richie Burnett versus Darren Beveridge, and that will be a key game for Richie. Because Cameron will be playing
400.
Alan Norris in our penultimate game, and then it will be Nathan Girvin against Richie Burnett in our final game. And of course, Nathan signed off last night
96.
with a win over Darren Beveridge, and the only player to beat Darren on the night. Could be
100.
a few twists and turns. Obviously, we don't expect Richie to perform like he did in the last one. Absolutely nothing would go right for him. 20 and tops for a 15 dart holder throw.
38.
Ninety seven.
Last time out, of course, Cameron Menzies has
Even
the
one.
highest average of this group so far with that 103.66 against Nathan Girvin. But he's 1-0 down. He's only gone with throws, so Cammy has the darts in leg 2. It's a 16 dart holder throw for Darren Beveridge. Cameron was outstanding in that match against
135.
Nathan.
60.
Nathan averaged just shy of 90 in there and got beat 4-0, winning legs for Cameron of 15, 14, 13 and 16, and a couple of 180s thrown in for good measure.
140.
60 sandwiched in between
39.
2 140s. Needs to leave this low. May go ball to leave a 2-darter.
101.
Well, he's found treble 7.
$99.
He does leave a 2-darter, and that 2-darter is 20, and tops, plumb in the middle and high, has to move.
Checking 3.
And that's a 15 dart holder throw. Great response from Cameron Menzies. I had a feeling the form these two are in, this one could go close. It's 1 apiece, and it's Darren to throw first in leg 3.
140.
1
21.
Very good forward thinking by Beveridge,
100.
getting that 7. 0 on the end. Straight ton leaves a finish. 140 leaves a nicer one.
100.
Or should I say an easier one? There's no nicer finish than this 170, of course.
100.
John Norris gave us last night, so to match that. No sir. Did just miss the ball yesterday.
60.
Darren Beveridge for the 170. Cameron can pile on a bit of pressure here
139.
and does so. Down to 62 on the Beveridge throw.
46.
Double 16.
Checking 3.
Back to back 15 dart legs, but more importantly for Cameron Menzies, that's a 15 dart breaker throw. He now leads 2-1 and has the darts in leg 4. I was listening to him talk prior to his match with Nathan Girvin, and he was fully aware what he had to do, and he said he remarked, well, I know I've got to win all my matches and then just hope.
100.
As I said, a win here will put him on 8 points, level with Richie Burnett, and of course
180.
Richie Burnett still has to play Darren Beveridge, who's in
64.
was in wonderful form going into this match.
140.
121.
Great leg from Cammy, wants tops.
61.
That was for a 12 darter. He gets on a roll.
59.
He is so fluid, makes it look ridiculously easy.
10.
Those moments can just get to him a little bit too much. This would be, well, he doesn't find the treble 19 for top, so
97.
Cameron gets another opportunity
Checking.
and doesn't miss this time. It's a 16 dart hold of throw, consolidating that breaker throw. 3-1 up, and Darren Beveridge has it all to do from here. Averages 95.31 for Cameron, 93.72 for Darren. 2 180s in the match, one apiece. Averaging
83.
95.31, and he's missed 5 darts at a double.
180.
180, number 2 for Darren.
100.
He's certainly not going to roll over and let Cammy have it, that's for sure. He's going to make him win it, and possibly with the darts in leg number 6.
96.
Possible 11 dart leg. 78, he will stay there. 2 12s.
Gave him 3.
And
Buffered.
talking of 12s, that's a 12 dart hold of throw. And the best leg of the match so far, but the biggest leg of the match coming up next. starters boosted the Beveridge average up to 99.13.
100.
Trading tons at the start of leg 6. I don't think you're going to get away with that. Doesn't look in the mood to let you get away with a visit coming up dry.
45.
No, well done, Mason. Jinx that. Real reprieve for Menzies.
140.
Steps in with a 140. His 4th of the match.
121.
Could be just 2 visits away. Joining Richie Burnett on 8 points. Richie Burnett, of course, will still have
140.
the advantage in terms of leg difference, but that's good pressure from Beveridge. Oh, that's a great first start, 2 12s, and as sweet as a nut. A 14 dart holder throw gives Cameron Menzies that much needed win. Right, we're going to be back in a couple of moments with Alan Norris against Nathan Girvin. back to our final 4 matches of Group C. And a big win in the last one for Cameron Menzies, beating Darren Beveridge 4-2. Darren averaged 99.48, but went down, as I said, 4-2. Cameron Menzies a very, very good 96.91. The effect on the table is Beveridge stays on 10 points plus 9, Burnett 8 points plus 8 legs, and now Cameron Menzies 8 points plus 3. In their meeting between these two, it was 3 apiece, and now Norris
30.
hit 170. Took out the 170, should I say, to win it. Nathan eventually picking up his first win in the final game of the night against Darren Beveridge. He averaged 86.58 in that one.
135.
And Alan, last time out, beat Richie Burnett with a
60.
It was a bizarre performance from Burnett. It didn't get going at all. But Alan stepped in and said thank you very much with a 4-1 win.
85.
And 1-7-1 in the final leg of that match. A 16 darter to get the job done.
140.
Um, 44.
Been a very, very high standard of darts so far this evening.
57.
Richie Burnett
82.
against Darren Beveridge to follow this one. Richie will be desperate to get a win there. Just confirm his spot in that 5-man final, which is tomorrow night at 9:30. 3 players awaiting the top 2 in this group is Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie and Conan Whitehead.
Yes. 117.
Too good, Alan. Needs a trouble 20 to have a go at the ball himself. Not this time.
65.
Didn't hit the ball anyway, so won't make him feel too bad. Double 4 for Alan for a holder throw, and gets the double 4. A 19 dart holder throw gives him that 1-0 lead. Nathan with the darts in leg 2.
Seven.
Back to back 140s for Nathan. Good last start to take him down to a finish of 136.
180.
Norris pops in with a max. Still not on a finish though.
58.
May only get a dart, 1 dart at a double off the 78. So Alan, exasperated, wanted to try and leave this as low as possible.
45.
He's made a bit of a mess of that. 2 12s. And that's a very tidy 15 dart leg from Nathan Girvin, who levels things up at 1 apiece. Both the opening 2 legs going with the darts. Nathan
98.
already playing a little better this evening. Averaged nearly 90 last time out.
60.
$59.
One more match to come
40.
for both players after this one. Alan playing Cameron and Nathan playing Richie in the 10th and final match of the night. That should be around about 5 past
68.
12. This is good stuff on the Alan Norris throw. He's taking the darts. Has a great chance. Taking the lead for the very first time in the match.
49.
Trying to get a bit of revenge for last night.
99.
And 92 for Alan to hold throw. I think that leaves 83, so treble 17 for double 16. Was looking for at least a 25 there.
32.
20 and tops for the break. And that's a lovely double top. He's finishing, he's very good so far. 50% on his doubles, which is very good, of course. And he has the darts in leg number 4. Dart breaker throw for Nathan. He's 2 out of 3 on his doubles, 66.67%, averaging 87.
95.
$40.
Very much like Richie Burnett, that competitive flame still burns bright with Alan Norris. Played a lot of darts, of course, not one for your
140.
playing online at home. Very much enjoys the competitive element, the one-on-one element, having your opponent in front of you. This is super stuff, back-to-back 140s.
140.
Make that back-to-back. 81 after 9. It was just looking like Nathan was going to get away from him. To produce the best leg of the match so far. Treble 18 would have left 24. Wow,
41.
wouldn't this be a little ironic? Oh, another one of those would leave the ball.
145.
You hear the little laugh and an exchange between the two. That would have been payback.
Game.
And Alan Norris does find the all-important break of throw to level things up at 2 apiece. It's only a 15 darter in the end. That's how good a leg that was. So Alan to throw first in leg 5. Nathan missing the ball on the 170. For those of you that
100.
didn't follow the action last night, Alan Norris took out the 170 to beat Nathan full 3.
57.
If you're watching us on YouTube for the very
100.
first time, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be sent an alert every time we go live. We will be going live, myself and Phil Bars, at 6 o'clock. Around about maybe an hour and a half. The chat will be open, so you will be able to get involved.
81.
Just imagine he's just starting to feel it in the shoulder a little bit. Yeah,
58.
having played little to no darts for nearly a year, certainly start to feel a bit of wear in the shoulder and a bit of tiredness.
44.
100.
20 and tops for 3-2. 2 tens.
40.
Another one of those for tops. Once tops. Oh, he misses the ball on 170. And now he's just missed tops on the 160. No luck, young man.
Yes. Game 2.
And yet again, double 5 comes to the rescue for Alan Norris. He likes it up there, but does like tops, of course, so it's only next door. Well, a maximum of 2 legs remain. Nathan has to win them both. Enjoyable match, this one.
90.
Of course, not the highest quality, but very well matched.
140.
It's providing a really intriguing match.
95.
Still feel like there's maybe a twist and a turn.
95.
Of course, if Nathan can hold throw, as we know, anything can happen in the last leg.
100.
A couple of weeks ago, our 9 darter from James Richardson against his son came in the last leg.
87.
Cannot afford a slip here. He's left the 170. Nice. Big advantage. 919s to leave double 4, which I presume was what he was after. He did that against Burnett in the final leg of their match.
45.
39.
the ball. So could be last chance. There's a ball. Needed the 25 to leave ball. So Norris will be back at 43 for a 4-2 win. We'll see him move on to 6 points with
Girvin.
Menzies, who he has to play, of course, in our penultimate match tonight. Is that a good guide?
Game.
Yep. Finds the left corner and does the double over Nathan. Unlucky there for Nathan. Missed the ball on the 170 and missed the tops on the 160. Right, we're back for a huge game. Richie Burnett faces Darren Beveridge. Welcome back to match number 8 of 10. Table now. 10 points for Darren, plus 9. 8 points for Richie, plus 8. 8 points for Cammy, plus 3. 6 points for Alan Norris, minus 5. 2 points for Nathan, minus 16. So a win here for Richie. We'll get the job done. That was a really out of character performance in that match against Alan Norris. Quite bizarre. It can happen. The first time I've seen it, certainly won't be the last. The only person to beat Richie yesterday was this man Darren Beveridge, and I'm sure he'd want to put that right.
81.
Darren, of course, also lost his last match 4-2 to a very impressive Cameron Menzies, but the difference was he averaged 99.48 in that defeat. Richie's defeat was a little more painful, averaging in the 70s.
180.
That looks to be normal service resumed for Burnett.
100.
2 10s. Brilliant.
You shot your feet.
140 checkout and a 12 dart holder throw is a statement of intent from Burnett. I can only imagine how he was back in that practice room after that performance against Alan Norris. Well, it showed you all you need to know in that opening leg. A 180 and a 140 checkout for a 12 dart hold.
100.
140.
2
125.
Crafting now is Richie Burnett.
140.
Not even a blink or a flicker. Andre's called ice cold. Or maybe it also has something to do with the fact that his
60.
surname's Beveridge, but he certainly plays like there's ice running through his veins. 84 left. 48.36 is an option, or treble 20 double 12.
97.
Richie on 168. Mm. 60. Not as much pressure as you'd like to have put on this 64. 48 for double 8. 2 4s.
Girvin 3.
And finds the double 4. Good response. A 15 dart holder throw for Darren Beveridge. I had a feeling this one could be a cracker.
Five three.
Averages for Beveridge this evening. 91.09 in game 1. 93.94 in match 2. And
81.
99.48 in defeat in match 3. Been in fine form. And Richie again
60.
can't find the treble. The door is ajar for Beveridge.
44.
Two.
115 behind.
98.
Just trying to stay in touch. Keep piling the pressure on Burnett. See if he can get him to wilt. Oh dear, there you go. You can almost read him like a book, Richie. He's probably thinking, how on earth have I put in that performance against Norris and put myself under unnecessary pressure.
10.
Down to 60. Beveridge on 170. Just drops his dart. And now to retrieve it, of course.
98.
20 in tops to go back in front. Well, that's a perfect 20. Leaves the tops completely open. And clips the wire of double 10.
50.
Even has to move it across to make sure it's not in there. 14 ball. This would hurt. A reprieve. Dear Richie. Double 2. Nope.
4
On the wire again, Richie. Get nothing for those. If you did, would have been world champion.
16 left.
Need two.
Oh, does eventually win the leg. Feared for Richie's approach to this match had he lost that one, but it's all gone with throws so far. And Richie leads 2-1, and Darren to throw first in leg 4.
91.
Good leg up until the series of missed doubles.
60.
Richie missed 5 darts at doubles in that leg. It's now 2. Yeah, 2 from 7.
60.
98.
1, 2, 3.
Managed to squeeze another treble 20 in there.
85.
10.
Again, very, very good turn. Frustration continues to build with Richie.
85.
Only 85 from Darren. If he doesn't get this, he wants to leave it a 2-darter. Desperately needs a treble.
58.
So both on a ton. Tops. No, he liked the guide, so stayed there and pings the double 10, much to the dismay of Richie Burnett. But we are all level, all 4 legs going with throw. Richie Burnett to start leg 5.
1, 3, 4.
100.
'Feel the tension. You can, not only can you feel it, you can see it.
100.
40.
As we see the winning dart go in for this match, we'll bring you a
100.
table update. The start of the next match, with hopefully all the permutations. 62 left for Richie, treble 10.
80.
140.
Has to get this 47 now. And it's just the pressure applied from that 140. Again, another missed double from Richie. Just 2 from 8 now. But he put himself under pressure. Can't believe it. He's disgusted. The 25 goes in. Double 9 last dart. Oh, Richie. You really dodged one there. Nope, it's not in. Very, very close. And how much can he see of it? Has to move right. This could go all wrong. Now he can't see absolutely any of it. He's going to have to move. He's trying to find a line in. I don't think there is one to the right. Desperately unlucky.
No school.
144 to calls Richie.
Oh, that's
Oh dear.
Whatever happens here, Richie, if you lose this one, can't really say he's been unlucky.
Unit 2.
And finds the double 16 to hold throw and move back in front for the third time in this match. Led 1-0, led 2-1, 2-all, now leads 3-2.
$140.
Two legs remain. Burnett desperate just to win one of them. Looking edgy. Sure, I particularly fancy his chances if this went to a seventh and deciding leg. I think he needs to get it done here and now.
140.
Back to back 140s for Beveridge. And a leg he has to win to keep this game alive. Back comes Burnett, needs to fill it.
140.
Still 45 adrift, plus these.
$60.
Needs to come for cover.
45.
After that 20, I think having two darts at the treble 19 would have been the better option.
42.
But again, another mistake.
What's wrong?
119 to take us to a decider. 12 ball, wants the bullseye
Unit 3.
and gets the bullseye. Just about seen it go in. It's 3 apiece. I had a feeling this one was going all the way. Richie Burnett has the darts in the decider. All 6 legs.
60.
Gone with the throw. Averages only 84 apiece, but absolutely fascinating.
40.
And that'll make Richie absolutely pig sick. It's all started with that performance against that
43.
Norris. He's just not been able to shake it off. See the angst building in him.
$21.
$58.
40. He's right back in the leg. First dart, because of the snatch, is low, but that's a tiny adjustment. And he knows a ton's
10.
just not quite enough. This match has had so many twists and turns.
55.
Neither was. Darren Beveridge has some control, but especially considering he did start second, of course. But there's only a ton from Richie.
Good.
Could be all about the next two visits from both players. He's going to come up dry, isn't he? Yeah.
41.
So now Richie, another chance. Treble 19 to leave tops.
137.
Oh, 152. Absolutely break Burnett's heart. Two treble 20s and double 16. Oh, Richie wouldn't have been even able to look. Well, you carved out an opportunity, Richie. Can you take advantage? And does just
That was
about.
a struggle.
Falls over the line with a 20 dart holder throw, but that puts Richie Burnett into tomorrow night's final at 9:30. Okay, up next, Cameron Menzies up against Alan Norris. Welcome back to our penultimate match of Group C. By my calculations, has put Richie Burnett and Darren Beveridge through into tomorrow night's final to join Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie and Colin Whitehead. Richie Burnett on to 10 points now, plus 9. Darren Beveridge 10 points plus 8. Cameron Menzies,
43.
who is on 8 points, even with a 4-0 win, of course, will only go to plus 7.
45.
So Richie Burnett would have to lose.
139.
4-2 maybe.
One, 3, 4.
But first things first, of course.
26.
And he has to win this one. He'll have to win it big.
59.
Yeah, so Cameron Menzies has to win
84.
4-0, 4-1, and then Richie would have to lose 4-0, 4-1.
140.
Lots of permutations. What's possible mathematically?
80.
First thing first, Cammy's got to win this one. Like I say, win it big.
Check 3.
starts off with a 18 dart hold of throw.
I know, that's what I know.
Like I said, has to win this one 4-0 or 4-1, and hope the same thing happens to Richie Burnett against Nathan Girvin in our final game.
$60. $140. Oh, come on. 95. One, two, one.
40, followed by 1-2-1 on the Alan Norris throw.
Random darts, 40. $140.
Very, very tidy leg from Cameron Menzies. 40, 1-2-1,
93.
40, possible 11 darter. Double 16.
84. $58.
That's double 8 for a 13 dart break of throw and doubles his lead to 2. Bright start for this one for Cammy Menzies. I'm pretty sure he'll be aware that he has to win this one big, and he's made a great start.
Yeah, 81. $180.
Super stuff from Alan Norris.
$140. $58. $100. Ah. 79.
So wasn't the right shot there.
90.
90 leaves 90 in half, as they say. Despite
39.
the 180, it's looking like 3-0 to Cammy. Double 18. 2 nines.
Checking 3.
Finds the 2 nines. 18, 13 and 15 darts so far for Cameron Menzies. Richie will be twitchy. Cammy to throw first in leg 4. Oh, I thought it was the double break. No, of course. Cameron Menzies
60.
had to throw in this one, so it's a hold, break and a hold. Averaging 99.
180.
Wow, that will take him well over the ton, of course. 2 180s in the match, 1 apiece. Cameron Menzies is a man on a mission. Can his fellow Scotsman do him a favour and do the business against Burnett in our final match? Cammy probably feels that he should have gone through after the first 3 days of Group A.
60.
Didn't happen for him on day 3, which meant he had to return
140.
for the 2 evening sessions of Group C.
$140.
So 121 to wrap up a blinder. Yet another 100 plus average for the night.
89. Is that in? 120.
Check it out.
Outstanding stuff from Cameron Menzies there, winning legs of 18, 13, 15 and 13 in average. Oh, just having a quick look at it of 102, and he has kept up his end of the bargain. Now can Nathan Girvin beat Richie Burnett? We're just about to find out. Good morning. Well, it is good morning, of course. It's 12:05. final match of Group C. 18-year-old Nathan Girvin from Arbroath. 1 gram target dart up against Richie Burnett, 54 from Treoki, 23 gram signature Red Dragon dart, 1995 world champion. So, with that 4-0 win from Cameron Menzies with 102 average, means that Richie Burnett needs just 2 legs. Doesn't even need to win the match. Quite bizarrely, if he doesn't win, he can go from finishing top for 2 days or going out. So tight it's been at the top of this group.
180.
Starts with 180. Is he gonna finish like how he started?
140.
His first game tonight was a 4-1 win over Cameron Menzies with 101.3 average. Got a 94, 103.66. Even had a 99.48 average that was a loss for Darren Beveridge, and we've just had 102 from Cameron Menzies. There's been some little bit of indifferent stuff in between. Overall, been some high quality darts. And that's a great final dart from Richie. 130 is what he's left after 9.
58.
As I've said, just needs 2 legs to join Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie, Conan Whitehead, Darren Beveridge in tomorrow night's final. He doesn't think Nathan Girvin can take out 148. Maybe he's just realised he's on 148. No drama for Richie.
100.
Well, time needs 48. He hit tops under the most extreme pressure in the last match. Double 16. Very close indeed for Nathan. Double 5 for Richie. Friend or foe? Well, it's his friend on this occasion. It's a 16 dart breaker throw. And now Richie just needs 1 more leg. And I'm going to show you it'll be a huge sigh of relief if he can get it. He's not been able to relax since that loss to Norris.
121.
Nathan, of course, only 18, still looks as fresh as a daisy.
Well,
140.
I've played in some round robin tournaments and this is quite bizarre. Nothing seems to go easy when you're just chasing 1 more leg or just 1 more win. Everything seems to go against you.
88.
So two treble visit ideally. Like most
56.
of the older generation of players, will only switch when there's absolutely
60.
no other option.
95.
92 for the breakback. There's the ball, leaves 42. Double 16.
Game in 3.
Absolutely knew that was going in for Nathan. It's a 15 dart instant breakback, one apiece. So Richie Burnett has to wait a little longer to confirm his place in tomorrow night's final. Nathan to throw first in leg 3.
One 40.
Is it going to happen in this leg for Richie? Can only imagine what Richie was going through in Richie's mind right now.
21.
Sixty.
One 35.
This game really does put you through the ringer.
100.
Nathan, of course, just throwing with absolute freedom. He doesn't care. He just wants to win the game. That's a great
134.
switch from Richie Burnett. As I said, doesn't like to run for cover. He's left himself 71.
105.
That's great darts from Nathan Girvin to leave 36 after 15, but Richie really should get one dart. And that one dart should be at tops. He's at the 18.
Oh,
Oh my
nice.
goodness.
38 left.
Wonder if he... Oh, he just can't believe it, can he?
Game in 2.
And of course, Nathan hits the double 18 for a hole to throw and a 2-1 lead. They're having a little bit of a joke about it, but inside, Richie will be absolutely boiling. Richie to throw first in leg 4. He's thinking to himself, why is this game being so difficult?
Whatever. Whatever.
Picks up the pace a little bit in this one, Richie. Interesting if that's a conscious decision.
96.
He's just, he is starting to feel the pressure. If you tend to get rid of them a little bit quicker, there's less chance to snatch.
10.
3 straight tons He'd take 4 straight tons and a 101 out,
Oh, 24.
and now has some breathing space. 120 points the lead, plus these.
Done.
Yeah, you can still see the pressure. 4 straight tons. Only needs the 1 leg.
140.
And despite the 140, still no finish for Nathan. Trouble 15 to leave double 18.
36 left.
So he will return with 3 darts in hand to complete the 5-man field for tomorrow's final. We'll
Nice.
complete this match, of course. He just needs 1 more leg. Oh dear, Richie, get back. Double 9. Nathan waiting on 85. Oh, he cannot get any closer. This is ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
I'm real on it.
I mean, he's hit double 1 right next door to tops. You just can't believe it. 85 for Nathan Girvin. And this will be a break of throw and more pain for Burnett. Just know this is going to go in, I think. Double 5. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes when things are written in the stars. So double 9. Another 3 darts for Burnett. Well, it's a risky split, but double 4. It's a 10. Double 4. Is this going to pay off? Oh, it certainly does. Richie Burnett, for all of his efforts tonight, that would be a huge relief to him. Gets the leg he needs to make up the 5-man field for tomorrow's final. Nathan to throw first in leg 5. Richie's put himself through the absolute ringer.
80.
So tomorrow night's final will be Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie, Conan Whitehead, Darren Beveridge and Richie Burnett.
180.
And that's what happens when the pressure is off, of course. So we've got
60.
a Northern Irishman, 2 Scotsmen, an Englishman and a Welshman.
140.
180 followed by 140.
97.
Certainly down to just managing his nerves, because when we've seen him playing with absolute freedom at times over the last couple of days or a couple of evenings, it's been absolutely awesome.
$57.
64 after 12. Possible 14 darter.
140.
That's a great 140 from Nathan to lead 82. Topsy once. Topsy gets, and that's a 15 dart break of throw, and Richie will have the darts in leg 6 to see it off 4-2. Despite 9 darts missed at doubles for Burnett, he's still averaging 88.
98.
week.
$59.
I'm certainly looking forward to tomorrow night's final. Join us on the usual platforms from 9:30, but don't forget, we'll be talking everything darts with
82.
Phil Bars from 6 p.m. tomorrow night, and of course looking ahead to
100.
tomorrow night's final, amongst many other things. Plenty of talking points. Of course, the chat will be open for you to get involved. We'd love to
60.
hear from you.
$44.
$97.
$74.
So 102 to sign off from the league phase with a win. Double 16. Gonna say what was all the fuss about, Richie?
70.
419s and ball for Nathan Girvin, or 619s double six. Here's the treble for a dart at the ball. So double 16.
4.
So win it 4-2. Finds it with his final dart, and you can see the relief for Richie Burnett. So we will be back with Kevin Burnett, Greg Richie, Conan Whitehead, Darren Beveridge and Richie Burnett for tomorrow night's final. Hope you can join us 9:30 p.m.